Hey, this is J Chatfield, Loving Yourself to Life. I wasn't going to do a couple of videos. These up and down weather has been kind of kicking my allergy but it's okay. I just had to talk about this today because it came around again. And I want to talk about grief. Everybody experiences grief differently. This is Grace Guidance. This is brought to you by Grace Guidance, where we motivate you to heal, inspire you to live, and encourage you to love your life on purpose. So, grief is something that I've been really learning about. I don't know. I did not get to post my video of when my sister passed away a little bit over a year ago. That was really a hard check for me. I lost the video. I don't even know if it was supposed to be posted or not, but I was snotting and crying, let me tell you, because there was a stint where I felt like I could do more. And because I am the oldest and I had all three of them to take care of, I just felt like I didn't do my job. I didn't do my job to get her out of this sickness. And it was definitely something I beat myself up about. I cried for days, and then after that I kept running back in my mind, and I told my husband, and then I would get up in the middle of the night and just want to text her or call her, because we just have this weird sense of humor. And she knew she was a movie person, or song person, and you could be like, what was that, you remember? And she'll be like, yep, this is what it was, right? I just didn't have that anymore. And even talking about it now, it doesn't make me sad, because what I understand about grief is there's a couple of things. As an energy reader, when I am around people, I can sense certain things. And with grief, a person, depending on the relationship, you are integrated with that person. So when someone says, oh, or that thing. So like if you had a dog or a cat or some type of animal and that animal passed away, you have made so many memories with that person that your mind is like, I don't know. I don't know what to do, because I'm so used to making memories with this person that I can't do it anymore. And all the things that I wanted to do, I just can't, because they're no longer in the flesh anymore. It's just me. And you're wrapped into that person. That's why some people never get married again, or sometimes they lose a child. There's no getting over it, because your life has been so into that person that's no longer here that you have to create a whole new mental pattern, which will then help your physical pattern of how to live your life from now on, because everything you did every part of that day, or just calling and checking on somebody, it was that, right? So some people can just be like, you know what? I did talk to someone and they said, I've gotten lonely, and I want to seek the company of a woman, not to sleep with her, but just to be in the room, just to know that I have someone else to look after, because I no longer have my wife to look after. And that's the way that they cope with grief. But they were worried that people were going to judge them. That is his journey. People should understand that everybody's grief will have a different journey. Some people may never want to get married again. Some people may want to get married as soon as possible, because that also affects the life that they had with the person that they lost. So you can't go replacing it. You can't do that, because that person won't have the same tendency. You're going to have to build a whole new life around that. And also talk with another young lady. She was like, I don't know how to let anybody else in, because my husband it was his safe place. That was her safe place. So, and I advised her, you're going to have to find out who you are on the outside of that, right? You're still the person, but you're a different person now. Grief will make you a different person, and that's okay. because you can't be the same way, because that will drive you into, some people just take their lives. I'm just serious, and I don't want to say that too much because it's they do, or they just stop living, period, because they just don't know how to get themselves going with something else or out or away from that. So it's really heavy. I mean, I miss my sister every day. I was looking at an old picture of us, and we were all together. Uh, just a great, just a great reminder of how much I love family, and she did too. Just brought back some memories, and it made me just want to say, just why could we just take care of, But the whole story about her was that she was just ready to go, guys. And some people just have to realize that people have choices and exit points. Some people don't know that. If you need to talk about it, go to www.graceguidance.com. Let's have a conversation, because it's valid. And sometimes it helps to speak to someone who don't really kind of knows you, but can speak to that trauma, because it's trauma that happened. So I just want to encourage you guys that's in grief today. It is okay to grieve the way that you desire to grieve. I know I look at a couple of old movies, and I tell you this, I went into a Walmart. She worked at Walmart for a better part of her life. I just couldn't take it. It wasn't even a Walmart she worked in. I walked in a Walmart, and I just felt like my whole life just was like, at that point, everything I ever felt about my sister was there. Like, oh, and I had to run out of that store. I don't even think I made it to my car. I know people in the parking lot was like, oh, somebody didn't get their refund. I left everything there and just ran out. I just couldn't take it. And that was just the part. And then I had to call my aunt, and I was like, I'm just not having a good day with this. And she was like, yeah, I know. But she's 86. She says she done lost so many people, including her son. She says, you have to figure out a way to keep going. So just some tips. Do something that's going to help you progress, that helps you create a new memory. I love what, I think it was the lady Regina said, that she said that she had to create new memories with something she did for her son. And I can't, just look it up. Was it Regina King that lost her son? I get her and Tashina Arnold mixed up a lot. I think it's Regina King. She had to do that for her son. I think his name was Ian. You have to do that. Like, you either create a cause, you start a new networking group. I have a friend of mine who started a whole group with other women that are widows, and I think that is an awesome way. Even though she may have her time with herself, but she at least has something that pulls her out of it. You have to have something that pulls you out of it. And find something that you can get up and every day that pulls you out of it. Something that will, like a new hobby, maybe painting, or like I say, starting a group, writing a book. I help with that too. I got a writing session coming up. So just to encourage you, those of you who are in grief, it's different things. It's jobs, everything. And I know I've made a video about that. It's not just a person. People grieve over jobs that they've given their self to, but they haven't started anything else. They've done that, and it's taken them out. It really has. I grieved our leaving a neighborhood. That was hard. I went into deep depression because I didn't want to live where we moved to. But I had to find a purpose where I am, and I did pretty good. I'm doing pretty good with it, because I'm still with that place where I was like, I don't want to live here. But I found a new appreciation for it, because I'm where I'm supposed to be, and that's where my path has taken me. So I have to trust my path, and that's what I've been doing, trusting my path and getting where I need to be in alignment to be who I need to be. Because I would never be able to do this thing had I stayed where I was, because it was too busy. It was too busy. It was too much going on, you know? So I had to get here so that I could focus on me. Now I'm focusing on my health, my wellness, my children, all of those things, building my business to see something that I would never have saw before and would have been just kind of pushing through it, you know? So I mean, find something amazing to do. So I'm saying this because I admire and I love you guys. And if you need to talk, just get a hold of me. Don't take it on by yourself because we can find some creative ways. I can pull that stuff out. What is it that you need to be doing? That's what I do. So until next time, do something for you that only you will love. Have a love yourself day.